Thanks for checking out Higher Thought Gaming. We're going to be looking at Marvel Cosmic Invasion, and we're going to be getting into some of the various boss fights that are within the game, really go over some of their movesets, and just different strategies that you can use to make them a little easier. If it's your first playthrough through the campaign, it should make them easier when you first get to them, and then if it's somebody that's trying to really, you know, go in and beat this on different modifiers on arcade mode, you're going to want to get hit less, so this should help you know their movesets and just what different techniques you can use against them. So we're going to start here on the mission Hala, and it is going to be our Phyla Vell fight. So these are going to be kind of drawn out because we're going to go slowly, really try to get in as many hits from them as we can so we can kind of see their movesets, find out what we can parry and things like that. So Phyla Vell, she is basically going to have, I think she has 4 total movesets. Yeah, 4 total moves, I think. So she has her swing that she's doing right here that will apply cosmic damage to you if it hits you. She has her dash attack, which if that hits you, she can teleport to you and then attack you with that cosmic hit. She also goes into the air, and anytime she goes into the air, guys, she is going to come down with her sword. That is, and everything I'm saying right now is parry. You can parry it or you can dodge it. So I'd rather parry it because I get the stun, and then right here, just with Cosmic Ghost Rider, he also applies the cosmic damage. So that, you know, just helps because you're adding damage on every time that you're blocking. But overall, you're going to basically, what the loop is going to be against her is going to be parry her attack, and then you're going to get like 2 attacks in before you have to parry her next attack. And that's basically her whole moveset until she starts throwing in her specials, which is right here when she raises her sword. So right when she raises her sword, you know her special is going to come. But you can also what do you want to call it? You can parry that as well. So at first I was trying to see if you can block it. You cannot block it. So you have to parry when she uses her special. Your special will go right through your block. I'm assuming with any class or any character that you are. So make sure that when she does call her special, you parry it like that. You don't until, you know, at the more towards the last second, you're going to try to throw your block up, and then that's going to get your parry in and be able to stop her special. But definitely do not try to block it. It won't work. I'm sure you can dodge through it though. I am not as good at dodging. I'm a lot better at parrying than dodging. But dodge seems to work for me on anything that I can parry. But I don't know why I prefer the parrying, and it does open up a lot of windows on them as well. So, and then you have things tied to Ghost Rider right here, so that's definitely why I'm going to use it. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else she really has. Did we already see her attack from the? Because that gets me sometimes because it's kind of delayed, guys. When she goes into the air, she always comes down with a, you'll get the timing of, like, it won't take you long, but sometimes it'll be slower than others, it seems like. But you seen it right there. That's the attack I'm talking about. That's really the only thing she does from up there. She might have one other move from up there. I can't remember though. I don't think so. I think, but she usually, anytime if she does have a move up there, she's going to come down still with that slash down. That's usually her move down every chance. So that is the main thing with Phyla Vell here. You're going to want to parry like every 2 attacks about. You're going to get your parry off, and then you're going to get a couple attacks in and go back to your parry. And then obviously, guys, work in your specials and all of that type of stuff. This is more of a sense just us trying to learn the different attack patterns and what we can do to really stop certain things. Other than that, you're going to want to be aggressive when you can. And then you're playing a lot of defense when you do go up against Phyla Vell here. Alright, next up is going to be Taskmaster, and he is at the Helicarrier mission. So this is pretty early on right here. So for him, basically, I don't think you can attack him at all when he has his shield. Is going to be the main thing with Taskmaster. So as long as you can get him to throw his shield at you, knock it down, anything you can do to really get the shield out of his hands is going to be your main focus. Because even if you parry his attacks while he has his shield, it doesn't open up any windows for you. You can't do any damage or anything like that. So you really want him to throw that shield at you. Then you want to go in there, and I would just like spam specials right every time I get him to drop that shield. I would get in on him, and then depending on who I was, I would just try to get my specials off right then when he doesn't have a shield to really take, you know, massive chunks from his health. He doesn't have armor or anything like that. So that is going to be, he's pretty straightforward. As you see, like, you can just sit there and parry him, and he's not really going to care as long as he has a shield in his hand. So it's all about getting him to throw it at you. I think there's one other way to knock it out of his hands. I've done it before. Let me see if I ended up doing it in here. I was trying to find out if there was any way, and you can parry that. You can parry that uppercut too, or dodge it. But his moveset's pretty basic, guys. He has that shield throw. You can parry that too. He has that swing. He'll do that swing even without his shield. So if you parry him without his shield, then you can open up a window on him. But if you, as you see right there, I parried it with when he had his shield. It doesn't do anything, but just at least it doesn't hit you, obviously. So, but other than that, yeah, he's pretty straightforward. Obviously, he's an early on boss, but on the harder difficulties, you just gonna want to know you're not going to want to attack Taskmaster while he has his shield, because you are literally going to do no damage. So I really just try to keep my distance from him, get him to shield throw at me, knock down a shield, and then kind of go from there on him. Now, leave in the comments, guys, if there is anything that I'm missing, like maybe there's another way to knock his shield out of his hands or anything like that. Obviously, drop any kind of information you guys have in the comments. And then I'm going to come back and probably do like a full breakdown on each one of these bosses, just like even more in depth after I get better myself. But this is even helping me just so I can learn their movesets a little better. So yeah, definitely. Any techniques you guys have, drop them in the comments for sure. But Taskmaster, he is pretty straightforward. Get that shield out of his hands. He only has a few really moves in his arsenal. And then you're going to be able to really destroy him with specials right when you get that out of his hands. For our next one up, we are going to look at MURDOK, and he is on Arthos Citadel. So, yeah, he is going to probably be pretty annoying on the harder difficulties here, because he does have some stuff that is kind of hard to deal with. You might have to use a lot of range against him, definitely in the harder difficulties. You can kind of muscle your way through in the campaign, because he doesn't do as much damage, but when he starts hitting you harder, okay, so you can't block or parry that attack, those things that come at you, that he shoots. As you're seeing, I'm not going to do it in this video right here, I found it out later, but that shock attack he does, you can also parry that. As you let me go back to it real fast just so we can look at it. Alright, so these things you can block or parry that he shoots out of his head right there. He's going to glow when he does that. Okay, that shock right there that you just seen, that you can also parry. But it seems like the window is very small on it, guys, so be careful trying to parry that if you're up on him, or you're gonna catch the shock. Now these things right here are the annoying part. If anybody in the comments can drop anything that you can do to deal with those, as far as I'm seeing, you may be able to fly over those when they're on the ground, and then definitely when he shoots those when he's in the air, they won't hit you if you're on the ground. So it may be vice versa. So you may just want to be either on the ground. As you're going to see right there, when he shoots them, they stay over your head. So you might be able to fly over those when they're on the ground. But that's really the most annoying part, and if those hit you, they do cause cosmic damage. Also, with the, as you're seeing those blades that are popping out, he'll either go low, high, he'll pop them out all over the place and then just kind of come towards you. I didn't find a way to really deal with those besides just avoiding them. So you may be able to dodge, or not, yeah, you may be able to dodge through those, but as far as I've seen, you couldn't parry or block or anything like that with those saws. So yeah, anybody who has any information about these crazy diamond things that hit you and give you cosmic damage, let me know, because it don't look like you'd be able to avoid those by flying even right there. But yeah, them are his basic moves, guys. These are the main things you're really going to want to avoid. And like I said, you can get up on him, fight him, and then parry his shock attack. Because he doesn't have a ton of health, and he doesn't have armor either. So you can kind of kill him fast. How I am probably going to do it on hard difficulties is I'm going to kill him with range. As you see, you can get a lot of range damage off on him. It's just when he calls in like some reinforcements is when you're really just going to have some trouble, and when he shoots those diamond things, you don't want to get stuck in that cosmic damage. Now if he does hit you with that cosmic damage, what you're going to want to do is, it's not really going to help the person that he hit. He's still going to take the damage, but as you see right there, you can quickly switch to your other teammates and then you're not going to have cosmic damage and you're just going to be able to move. So that's the only thing I can find to really deal with the cosmic damage. But like I said, the person that got hit with it is still getting that dot and still going to take a lot of damage in general. So it does seem like range is the way to go with him. Just by watching this back, I seen his health ticking down pretty good, like when I was shooting with Iron Man and stuff. So I would go range on him, avoid the cosmic damage, and when you do get hit with that, just go over to your other character so you can move freely, because you'll get locked up, guys. I'm talking for like a couple seconds, so, and you really don't want that to happen. But other than that, anybody with information about MURDOK, do drop it in the comments below so we can come back in here with a better guide for him for sure. Moving over to Sanctuary 2, where we fight Thanos, which his... it could be a little difficult, I guess, as long as you're hitting these guns as quickly as possible, as we'll talk about in a second. He is not too difficult of a fight. Basically, he's going to jump in and out of his chair from time to time, do as much damage while you have him. Mostly all he does is his uppercut, and then he has a giant gun that he pulls out and he goes all the way to one side of the screen to shoot it. When these pop up right here, you're gonna find the one that is kind of like cocked towards him, and that's the one that you want to go hit, and then it's going to hit him with a bullet, and that gets him out of his chair. So you want to find that as quick as possible. It's just going to change every time. You're really not going to know where it's at. I think it's different like every playthrough even. I don't think it's ever the same. I could be wrong though, but yeah, he'll jump in that a lot sometimes. And then if you get lucky, just go to one of the sides right off the jump, because you know you're going to get you might get lucky. You know what I'm saying? You got a 50-50 chance right there. There's the gun. You can pull in on him like that when he's firing the gun. Just go all the way to the side and then like get all the way on him. Do not call in your assist when you're doing that. I might even do it in here, but don't call in your assist. And then as you see, you can parry the uppercut. You can't do anything to block that gun as far as I know. So just run up on him, hit him. Do not call an assist though, like I was saying, because your assist partner will get hit from that gun. So, you know, your assist partner still takes damage. Remember that when you call him in and he's getting hit. So overall though, Thanos, he shouldn't be too difficult. You're going to want to just max up on damage. Maybe hit him with as many specials as you can. We have victory every time that he is off the chair, and then from there you're just going to try to deal with the garbage and really just try to hit him as fast as you can and get him back off the chair with the guns. New York City rooftops, the final mission in the game, and we're going to be looking at Annihilus here. So with him, he has a ton of hit points, guys. I would say by far the most in the entire game. Basically on any difficulty you're playing on, it seems like his hit points are pretty off the chart. So he does have a few moves here. A lot of them aren't, you cannot parry most of them. A couple of, maybe only one of them that you can actually parry. Most of the things you're going to have to like dodge or just avoid. So when he does this, that he can charge that up. You're going to obviously not want to be by him, but most times when he does that, there is a very, very good chance that you're going to be able to break his armor. And if you break his armor, then you break that stance right there. His flying attack, that is parryable. As you just seen, you can't parry that attack. And as far as I know, I think that might be the only one you can parry. So like I said, when he does this charge attack right here, just go load up on him. If you got to do a special, whatever you want to do, break that, and then you're going to break his armor, and then you're going to do maximum amount of damage until he gets back up, basically. He'll get back up, he'll laugh, so you can even do a little more damage right there. He has a few aerial attacks. I'm hoping he goes aerial too. They're not too strong though, guys. They're pretty easy to avoid. This, as long as he doesn't catch you with it like he did right there, he kind of caught me with it like right on, you know, right off the rip. It's kind of hard to avoid then. But other than that, you should be able to parry that attack. And like I said, that you really want him to do that because it's so easy. As long as you have an assist, you can almost do it by yourself just with your light combos, but you barely don't get it. So don't try it just by yourself. But if you have an assist, like one assist, and then you use your light combos, you can break him. Oh, even though I don't think I broke him right there. I was low on everything though. Let's see. Oh, and I got there late. See how much damage he takes. Oh, that takes a good amount of damage too. Yeah, I barely missed it. I was one hit away. I got there too late. So obviously, yeah, be careful with that. But it is a good opportunity to really break his shields. He caught me with that thing up close twice. I didn't know you can parry that move at first. I was just avoiding that move for a while. This one, you're better off not trying to do damage, and you're, you know, just avoiding these things altogether. You can get up on him and do damage right there. You know, it will work out in probably campaign mode, because you'll probably do a mass amount of damage. But anything in harder difficulties, you're not going to want to do damage there. You're just going to want to avoid. Same thing with those waves that he calls that we just seen. That's another move of his. When this is like his second stage moves, he starts dropping those meteors. He'll still have all of his first stage moves, and then he will where is it? Oh yeah, right here, the waves. And these are very simple to avoid, you know, just jump. If you've got a ground character, just jump over the bottom ones and you're good. And then he has the grab right there, which you can break with your assists very easily. Now, when he grabs you without an assist partner, though, they grab you for a long time, so you don't want to be caught without an assist partner, that's for sure. And I think that's really going to be it for him, because I don't think he has many parryable moves, guys. It's mostly avoiding. And then, you know what I'm saying? Parrying that move, when you could probably dodge through it too. And then, yeah, definitely special on him when you get him, when you break his armor. Like right when you break his armor, because you don't want you want that special to hit all red health. You don't want it to hit any armor when it refills. And as I said about this, again, you can get behind him right there, just like with Thanos. But with this guy, be careful and face the wall. Don't face the way I was just facing. Face the wall. You can hit him. Do not call in an assist partner though when you do that, because yeah, they'll get hit. But that is it for Annihilus. His main thing, guys, is basically hit points. He has a ton of them. So on the harder difficulties, it's really just knowing his movesets here, and then avoiding and just chip damaging him down. That's what it's going to be for a lot of these bosses, which it ends up being in a lot of these games. I don't think I get him here because I don't have no assists. Yeah, I ain't going to get him. I'm going to get hit. Oh, no, I did get him. I'm surprised. But it is really going to be all about that chip damage, and really just applying it when you can, and then getting out of there, avoiding, and then going back in and making sure you're parrying only the one move that you really can't.